Welcome back. Here we are in Las Vegas, Nevada for the WPH World Outdoor Racquetball Handball Championships. This is the outdoor games that are being broadcast right here at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. Right across the street from the big spire as we take a look at that right now. Facing toward the west. We're just a little east of that, and you can see the awnings of all the tents from the vendors that are just below us here. This is a live shot of that Stratosphere sticking out right across Las Vegas Boulevard. Directly underneath in the shadow is where we are at as we're getting ready for PlayStation. Calle versus Handball Hernandez in the men's opening round of the big ball one wall action here in Las Vegas. We brought one wall to these games this year, which is just a little added twist, as you can see right here on this high definition camera provided by Linda Manning, who's back in the satellite band. Looking to the right of the screen, you see more three-wall courts down the side, and to the left are two show courts, the far right being the handball show court, and on the left is a racquetball show court. Calle coming from Middle Village, New York, and Handball Hernandez from Stockton, California.
Score is 0 serving 0.
Handball Hernandez gets that first serve, 0 serve 0.
Out.
And there's a side out immediately. This is a one-game match to 25.
0 serving 0.
Handball Hernandez has never played one wall before, but he's played some years and years of three wall. And you can see the big guy can get around, and PlayStation holds his ground right there. Calle unable to get that ball back to the front wall. This is a one-game match. There's a great camera angle as Calle serves right at our camera, which is a little off to the right, and that ball just barely stays in.
1 serving 0.
Score now 1-0. Make that 2 quick points now for Calle.
2 serving 0.
We have a great match coming up right around the corner when Boxer Rosales goes up against James Fiesel right after this one. And then we're going to take about a 2-hour 45-minute break and come back this evening for some electric one-wall action out here in Las Vegas. Beautiful shot right there from Hernandez.
0 serving 3.
Now back serving again.
Side out.
He went down to one knee to try to slide that ball in, and he just skips it in.
3 serving 0. Out. Well,
and Hernandez pushes that ball out the left door. This one's on the live broadcast at racefor8.com. Calle, PlayStation as they call him, goes with a deep serve.
Second serve. Second serve.
Actually playing that one over because Hernandez wasn't ready, and it would have been a long.
0 serving 4. Over.
Here's a second serve. If the ball goes past the baseline on the serve or short, it's a second serve. But if it goes out the side doors on the serve, it's an automatic out.
Side out, yeah. 4 serving 0. Side out. 0 serving 4.
Score here is 0-4. Hernandez trying to get on the scoreboard here. We've had some non-traditional one-wall players play fairly well here at these games already in this opening round.
0.
We've also seen some amazing blowouts too, so.
Good. Point. Hold it. Score is 5 serving 0.
Andreas right before the serve.
Good, good. Good ball. Point. Stay on it. Listen, even if you think it's long, stay on it, okay?
PlayStation also
Point. Score
playing
is
in the
6,
small
serving
ball
0.
portion of one wall, I believe. He's not a small
Side
ball player. Loves the big ball game.
Zero, serving 6. Side out. Got it, Papa. Thank you. 6, serving 0.
There's PlayStation there getting the ball into play. This is the big outdoor World Handball Championships here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Brought to you by 3-Wall Ball, and a little slap wrist shot right there from PlayStation gets another point. What you have to admire about the New York handball players is that some of these top players came out here to Las Vegas and didn't even play. They just came out to participate and ref and watch the handball action. You don't see that too often around the country. There's a great camera angle right there as we look over at the deep sideline as some action walks by.
Side out.
Andreas Calle, known as PlayStation, wearing all black. Handball Hernandez in the orange.
0, serving 7. Side out.
PlayStation dominating this early part of the first game. It's a one-game match to 25.
Score is 7, serving 0.
7 serves 0 here.
Point.
And a skip in from PlayStation. Hernandez back into the box.
Got it. 0, serving 7. Oh, shit. Side out. Score is 7, serving 0. Point. Oh, got it. Thank you. It's okay. Score is 8, serving 0. Timeout. You got 1 minute, guys. I'll let you know.
Score is 8-0. There is a timeout over on the one-wall show court. You can see that deep back line there. You're watching the WPH World 3-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships. My name is Dave Vincent. Do appreciate the fact that you have tuned into this live broadcast at racefor8.com. One-wall court is heating up out here. It's basically stealing the show, as a lot of players are playing on that one-wall court throughout the tournament, even though the one-wall portion didn't start until today. There's a timeout on this court. It's a round of 16 action here in one wall coming up right after this one. We're going to take a quick look at Boxer Rosales now. He's regarded here in Southern California as the top one-wall player. Even talking to Pee Wee Castro, he said he would be in the top 5 if he just walked into New York tomorrow. And that's a pretty good compliment. Boxer did not return the compliment about Pee Wee in 3-wall, but we all know Pee Wee would be a top 3 player in 3-wall if he came to California. Andreas Calle just pushing Handball Hernandez all over the court. As we look at the schedule here, men's round of 16 action in one-wall big ball at 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. Then we're going to take a break for about 3 hours. Back with men's big ball doubles round of 8, and it's going to be electrifying. That'll be tonight at 7:15 p.m., followed by the grand finale, men's big ball doubles round of 8 action, the number 1 versus number 8 seed in 3-wall. Back here, though, Calle goes for a kill shot, dips it in. Handball Hernandez will have the serve. It's a nice rally right there that ends with a Calle side out. Actually, Calle did not get the side out. Hernandez on the board here. Let's listen for the score from the referee.
Score is 1 serving 10.
1 serves 10 is a score.
Out. Side
Thought
out.
that ball was out, and it was. Side out. 10 serves 1. Handball Hernandez has been one of the top dogs in
Score is 10.
Northern
serving
California
1.
for many years on the big ball scene. And he felt that he can come in here and play some one wall, but it is
Side out.
obviously a different game.
Ball, please. Score is 1 serving 10.
Now Hernandez serving left-handed. It's going to be a big setup for Calle. He spikes it down the line.
Point.
This is the men's round of 16 action. The referee's getting a better workout than the players here. Every other shot is going down to the fence after a Calle spike.
Score is.
As we look back,
Off the court, guys. Score is 2. 2 serving 10.
you heard the score there from the referee, 2-10.
Side out.
And there's a side out, 10-2.
Score is 10 serving 2. Out. Side out. 7-7.
The players are not wearing eye guards. You can see that during this match right here. This is a big ball match. Small ball, we would never allow it.
Score is 2 serving
There's no
10.
real policy here. There's just kind of a loose openness to
Side out.
the ref's discretion. If the referee wants the players
No, it was
to
good.
wear eye
Good ball.
guards, then he's going to mandate it.
Good ball.
But according to our lawyers,
Thank you, buddy.
we don't have or assume any
Score
liability
is 10
if a
serving
player
2.
refuses to wear eye guards at one of the events. They are asked to wear them, and it is up to the players. We don't wear
Point.
them, make them wear athletic cups or mandate that or have a person check that, and that could be just as dangerous.
11 serving 2.
But in small ball,
Ball.
we
Second
will do
serve.
it. Big ball, they do not have to wear gloves. There's just no need to wear gloves out here unless the referee sees a ball that slides. It's up to the ref's discretion on that as well. But there is no legal
12,
ramification for a
serving
player
2.
wearing or not wearing eye guards.
Out. Outside. Side out.
You cannot assume a reasonable liability.
Score is 2 serving
Even if
12.
we made the players sign a waiver,
Side out. 12 serving 2. Long. Second serve. Point. Thank you.
listening for the score here from the referee. We have kind of a split broadcast here
Score is
where our cameras toggle over to the one-wall courts.
13 serving 2.
Our broadcast booth directly in front of the show court with three-wall, but now we're toggling over to the one-wall courts. There's a missed shot with a left hand from PlayStation. Now Handball Hernandez back into the box.
2 serving 13.
Score is 2-13. Scoreboard is correct.
Side out.
And there's another side out. 1 game to 25, PlayStation serving.
13, serving 2. Hold it.
Just for the record, once again, there would be no way the match would take place if a small ball player were not wearing eye guards. But gloves, getting on to that subject again, in areas where it's humid, playing big ball could have a drastic effect on the ball, where the ball would slide on the ground, especially if it hits one of the painted lines if the ball was wet. But out here in this dry heat, pretty much after the ball leaves the hand, hits the front wall, the wetness goes away. It's still up to the ref's discretion if he wants the players to put gloves on. But the players all talk about having a better feel of the ball, and that's the reason why they don't wear them. So we go along with that. The outdoor 3-wall ball policy and their insurance policy allows the players to play without eye guards with the big ball. So these players are taking advantage of that. Andreas Calle serves it to Handball Hernandez, who now takes off his shirt. The heat index is at 113 right here on the floor of the Stratosphere parking lot, although the temperature is only 95 at this moment. Last year, the heat index with that laminated flooring got up to 137 degrees. Hernandez comes sweeping across to Andreas Calle, and there's another point for PlayStation. You see the word paddle ball on that Albert Apuzzi 1-wall court. Paddle ball is just written randomly on these courts throughout the tournament. They have not played any paddle ball or racquetball matches on this 1-wall court. This is strictly a handball only court for the games, and it's been quite the hit. Racquetball players are wondering why they don't have one, and so are the paddleball players. So next year it looks like we'll probably have one at each one of the corners, so each one of the sports can play it. But for this argument, it's just handball, although you see random sponsors written on every single one of the courts, and that's why you see the word paddleball on this one. This is the WPH 3-wall ball outdoor handball championships. 3-wall ball, even though we're toggling over to 1-wall for some of the action here late on a Friday afternoon in the West Coast, I guess you can say.
20 seconds.
Las Vegas, Nevada. There's a quick timeout. Now we're back into play as we look back. This is on the east side, looking east from west to east on the 1-wall court.
All right, time in, guys. Score is 15, serving 2. Point. 16, serving 2.
If you are a 1-wall fan, you're going to catch a good one when Boxer Rosales faces James Fazel, who is Rookie Wright's doubles partner. If you don't know James, that'll be a big ball 1-wall match immediately following this one. Originally scheduled at 4:15 p.m. and here it is at 4:07. This is a 1-game match to 25. Andreas Calle now has 18. 7 points away from closing out Handball Hernandez.
Point. Score is 18, serving 2. Over. Long ball.
The players play all bad bounces out here. Another way of saying that is just play every bounce. Front wall, on the serve, on the floor. If it makes a bad bounce, everything's playable, even with the small ball.
19, serving
with the
2.
big ball, it's not as dramatic. Small balls kind of ruins your day, especially on the serve.
Side out.
And there's a side out. Handball Hernandez pushing that ball right in front of himself. He's a real nice guy from Stockton, playing now with his left hand on the serve. Referee did not call the score, though.
Score is 2, serving 19.
2 serves 19. Hernandez working that left side.
Side out.
And another side out. They're playing New York style handball here, which means blocking rules are in effect.
Long ball. Second serve. Out. Score is 20 serving 2. Point. Thank you.
Score here is 21 to 2. You're watching this live feed
Time
at
out.
racefor8.com.
1 minute, guys. I'll let you know when.
This is just a simple men's round of 16 match between PlayStation and Handball Hernandez. PlayStation from New York, and we call him the Panda. And Handball Hernandez is from Stockton, California. We're located directly across from the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. This is the parking lot. Fully anticipate to see the shadow of the big spire. Let's take a quick look at that before we get back into the action. Look at that humongous tower. It's so big, our camera, our GoPro camera, which has a fisheye angle, can't even catch the top of that tower. That's how tall it is. Over 2,000 feet off the ground is that tower, and it's just immediately from this court right here. You can see the base to the left, just above the courts to the left there. You can see the base of that tower, so it's probably about 200 feet away. But when you go up to the top of that tower and look down, it looks like you're looking over the top of these courts.
20.
It's an optical illusion, but it's pretty impressive nonetheless.
You ready? Come on, no timeout, buddy. Let's go. Excuse me, guys. Score is 22 serving 2.
22 serves 2. The deuces are wild on the scoreboard.
Out.
And that ball's out. Make it 23 to 20. Excuse me, 23 to 2. This is a men's round of 16. Up next will be
23 serving 2.
Gilberto, the boxer Rosales versus
Out.
James Fazel.
Side out. Score is 2 serving 23.
2 serves 23. Hernandez started this match
Out.
serving
Side
with his
out.
right hand, then he switched about 5 points into his left.
Thank you, buddy. Score is 23 serving 2. Point.
And now we're at game point here.
Possible match point serving 2. Hold it. Sorry, buddy.
And there's the
Yeah,
handshake.
sorry, I saw it fly.
Actually, that ball's called side out.
Ball on. Take 2. Hey, stay by the ball, bro.
Not familiar with what happened there. I think another ball came onto the court. Nice shot right there from Handball Hernandez, who just squelches one up front, gets a round of applause from the referee.
Side out. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Score is
And now there's some trash talking going on the
2 serving.
sidelines.
Possible match point. Point.
There's another point for Hernandez. He needs another 23 of these, 22 of these.
You guys see that ball? Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. All right. Score is
You're watching the action live at
3 serving, possible
racefor8.com.
match
My name is
point.
Dave Vincent. Handball Hernandez serving to
3. That's the score.
PlayStation Andres
Oh,
Calle.
you had 2. You had 2 when you came up. Score is 3 serving. Possible match point. Out. Side out.
And there's a side out. All that jarring back and forth between the player and the referee has
Hold on 1 second, guys.
gotten to the player's head. Now it's a game point for PlayStation. 1 point away from taking this one.
1 second. All right. Score is possible match point, serving 3. Point.
And that is the game right there. There's the handshake. We are going to have another one coming up right around the corner. It's PlayStation Andres Calle defeating Handball Hernandez 25 to 3. Boxer Rosales coming up next as he goes up against James Fazel. We'll have more of this handball action that we're streaming live from the Three-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball Championships in about 10 minutes as we get that match right here on the show court in the men's round of 16. Men's one-wall big ball round of 16 next between the boxer and James Fazel. You stick close here at racerate.com.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today. Learn how at ready.gov.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at ActionHeroAlliance.com.